Next headline, we've got a little bit of a mystery in Alaska in the Great Bering Sea. I personally, myself, big Deadliest Catch fan.
Okay.
You know, back when I was a kid, you're watching shit late at night, and there's nothing really good on. Deadliest Catch was prime television. This is before the Netflix and the streaming days. Deadliest Catch reruns in marathons. Fantastic.
Agreed.
Love watching those white trash fishermen just scream at each other and chain smoke cigarettes.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, the Deadliest Catch show and snow crab fishermen in general, their livelihoods and jobs are in jeopardy because, according to environmentalists and marine biologists, the Alaskan snow crab population of the Alaska area has dropped off by a staggering 1 billion snow crabs.
Yeah.
They've just disappeared.
Wow.
So this is representing about a 80% population drop.
Damn, 80%.
So
wow.
Exactly.
That's
I saw that
suspicious.
headline on Twitter and I was like, this has got to be like not real. But unfortunately, this is a very real thing. So for the first time ever, I think the group is NOAA, National Oceanography something.
Okay.
I've sold shit to them before, so that's the only reason I know.
Okay.
But they have completely canceled the snow crab season this time for the first time ever.
Wow. I didn't know they could do that.
So
but that's cool.
Neither did I, but apparently they have. So, Joe's Crab Shack and all those seafood places, going to be tough sledding for them coming up on crab. The 18% population drop in 2018, they detected an unusually large snow crab population that coincided with one of the warmest years on record in the Bering Sea, a la global warming. That led to the population of juvenile snow crabs.
It's like a lot of snow crabs in 2018?
Yes. In 2018, there was unusually large snow crab population that coincided with one of the warmest years on record of the Bering Sea up in Alaska.
That's suspicious.
According to people much smarter than me, that led the population of juvenile young snow crabs to plummet in 2019 because they failed to mature in those warmer waters. The warmer waters were also increasing the crab's metabolism, which required them to consume more, but because of the warmer water, their food is also dissipating as well, and the chain reaction of the ecosystem being impacted by this warm water is pretty significant.
Okay.
The estimated snow crab population, when you look at it in terms of a wider picture and not just this year, comparing it from 2018 to 2022, it is estimated that in 2018 there was approximately 11.7 billion snow crabs in that region, in that area. It is now estimated that in 2022, 1.9 billion snow crabs remain in the Alaska region.
Wow.
So when you scroll back and you look at the history of it a little bit, even more significant loss.
Yeah.
So my question for you is what are we going to do now? Because I need crab. I need that in my life. No, I'm just playing with you. I'm not really a big crab guy.
I was going to say, how often do you actually
what do
eat
these
crab?
people do? Like, what do these people do, and where did these crabs go? Like, did they go up north? Are we going into the Canadian, or no, not even Canadian region, because Alaska's up north of Canada, so it would be, are we going to Antarctica? Like, is the Deadliest Catch going out into international waters now?
I mean, okay, so one, what do you expect when you do have this climate change disaster that's on our, the precipice right now, and there's a whole show about basically overfishing this area. And I'm glad that there is like NOAA or whatever it is that's able to cancel crab season, because I would assume that it's like people are still going up there, even if there's a giant drop off in the population of crabs. They're still going up there to fish them. You know what I mean? Because people need crab or whatever. You know, and ecosystems are very, very temperature sensitive. You know what I mean? So I'm not surprised by this at all. I think it's a tough one, and you know the climate change crisis is something that's going to have to be solved in our lifetimes, or else we're going to face the repercussions of it. And this is just one of the first repercussions. You know what I mean? I personally can deal with not eating a lot of Alaskan snow crab more than I can deal with necessarily Florida and New York being underwater. But they're both happening. So at a certain point, it's like, what can we do about that? You know what I mean? The snow crabs are not coming back unless the water temperature and ecosystem comes back. Maybe we just need to cancel snow crab season forever, indefinitely, until we're able to fix the problem. I don't know. I don't really have the answer, so I'm not gonna lie. This is
Neither do I.
Yeah.
And I just thought it was an interesting mystery. Big Deadliest Catch fan. It'll be something to like keep tabs on, because I want to see what happens to the crab fishermen. Like, that's $160 million industry for Alaska, and those crab fishermen depended on that money for their livelihood. They would come up there and they're probably making 80% of their yearly income off of that fishing. And it's also, I was reading up on this article, it extends further, and this isn't the first instance that they're seeing something like this. The tuna population in the Pacific Islands, they've migrated outside of the geographic region of the Pacific Islands, and that is something where some of these islands, like some crazy statistic, like 25% of their yearly revenue of the island as a whole comes from tuna fishing. And they're getting to a point where those fish are like out in different water that isn't reachable for these fishermen. So what do? I don't know. Are the Alaskan crab fishermen going to get a bailout like JP Morgan did a couple years ago?
You get to a point where it's like coal, man. You know what I mean? People are going to have to give up on coal eventually, you know? We may love that tuna. We may love that crab. We may love that coal is an easy source of energy. But at the end of the day, you can't save dying industries and proceed to destroy the planet. You just can't do it. You know what I mean? We keep burning coal. We're going to keep making everything worse. We keep fishing out these populations. They're going to move. We keep increasing the temperature of the earth. These populations are going to shift. They're going to die out. You know, populations of humans that live on Alaska or these Pacific Islands are going to lose their livelihoods. And I can't feel bad for them because it's happening pretty gradually. You know what I mean? I don't feel bad for coal miners in 2022. You know what I mean? I felt bad for coal miners in the 1950s when they had their faces blackened every day. You know what I mean? That's how I feel. Like, you got to move. It's time, bro. It's literally time. And I know also a lot of them that do the snow crab fishing are, I don't want to say migrant workers, but like a commuter in a certain sense. You know what I mean? You don't live in Alaska or wherever you're actually fishing all the time, but you do go like move there for the season. You're going to have to figure out somewhere else to work that's within your movable distance. You know what I mean? It's the way it is. I don't feel bad, you know? I got to plug my computer.
I mean, I feel bad for him, but
I don't feel bad.
It brings up the interesting point of, you know, the government bails out everybody. Let's bail out these white collar or these blue collar workers. You know what I mean?
I think the real thing is like the blue collar work is dying. Blue collar work is dying. Figure it out. Where do you live? Is that going to be literally? Are you going to be able to do this 5 years from now? Like, seriously, if I'm sitting in my Chicago apartment, like being some kind of designer of something that's literally not going to exist in 5 years, I need to figure out something else to be able to design. You know what I mean? Whatever it be. It's a lot harder to relearn blue collar skills. So get on it now. No, absolutely no empathy.
As all of the what's the word I'm looking for? All the people that have zero sympathy, learn to code.
Yeah,
you're a truck driver. You're not going to be able to drive because Elon's about to push your ass out. Just learn how to code.
Bro, I need to learn how to code for real. I have very slight
But-
knowledge, and I'm gonna become obsolete within 5 years. So like, what does it mean for the real blue collar worker? You know what I mean? I'm wearing Carhartt right now. Does that make me blue collar? I think technically it makes me orange collar, but we ain't gotta get into that.
Is there a stain on it,
On the
or like on the Carhartt? Like, do you have a stain anywhere, or is there like a tear? Does it
We
look
got a
like
little-
it's been through?
I got a little tear
like-
down here. A little tear down here. You can't really see it.
Okay.
But it's also kind of new.
Okay.
You know what I mean? I haven't done too much in it, so maybe that's the thing. Is I need to get a little more.
But
work
if it's
under
kind
it.
of new and you already have a small tear in it, I'd say you're pretty blue collar.
Yeah, I mean, I think I technically got the tear over this past weekend in Wisconsin, so that feels very blue collar. Wisconsin tear.
Super blue collar, bro. It happened in Wisconsin, in a town with a population of maybe less than 1,500 people. That's pretty blue collar.